Welcome to TPM Vid's Disney Beat, where we talk about all things Disney. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video. We also have Instagram and Twitter. You can find us at TPM Videos. Disney is known for their world-class theme parks, from California to Florida, Paris to Tokyo, and Hong Kong to Shanghai. There's a total of 12 theme parks and 2 water parks, with dozens of rides, including many thrills and high-speed adventures. Whether it's a wild train ride in the wilderness, a trip through the grid, blasting off into space, or making a daring escape to the finish line, there's a thrilling adventure for everyone. But have you ever wondered which Disney rides are actually the fastest? Well, be sure to keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside, because today, in order of speed, we're going to be counting down the top 10 fastest Disney rides in the world. Number 10. Bonjour from Disneyland Paris, where our list begins with the wildest ride in the wilderness! Across the rivers of the Far West in Frontierland, you'll notice the 108-foot butte inspired by the Monument Valley and home to Big Thunder Mountain. This iconic Disney mountain opened on April 12, 1992, and was primarily based off the design of Big Thunder Mountain at Walt Disney World. It was the 4th version of the ride, and it's also the fastest, reaching top speeds of up to 41 miles or 66 kilometers per hour. Big Thunder Mountain takes you up 3 lift hills, down multiple drops, taking twists and turns through the old mine town on this wild train ride. The big difference with this version of Big Thunder is the fact that it's on the island where Tom Sawyer Island would normally be found in the other parks. Your train actually travels under the rivers of the Far West at the beginning and end of your journey, which just adds an extra layer of excitement. It's a really unique part of the experience that makes this version of Big Thunder Mountain stand out from the rest. Number 9. Staying at Disneyland Paris, we're gonna blast off into Discoveryland to check out another iconic Disney mountain. What's now known as Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain, the ride originally opened as Space Mountain de la Terre à la Lune in June of 1995. It became Hyperspace Mountain in May of 2017. Out of all 5 Space Mountains, it's the most unique and is also the fastest. This Vekoma launch coaster has you traveling from 0 to 44 miles or 71 kilometers per hour in a matter of seconds, which makes this version the only version of the ride with a launch. It's also the only Space Mountain that takes you upside down, with 3 inversions including a sidewinder and a corkscrew. It's an exhilarating 2 minutes of unexpected twists and turns through the dark. Now, whether it's Hyperspace Mountain or another variation of the ride, it's all tied together by the onboard audio, which provides the perfect soundtrack to this high-speed adventure. Space Mountain is currently one of the most thrilling rides at the Disneyland Paris Resort. Number 8. Tokyo DisneySea is one of the most beautiful Disney parks, and it's where we can find our next ride over in the port of call of Mysterious Island. As Mount Prometheus erupts, the base of this volcano is where you can find Journey to the Center of the Earth. The ride opened with the park on September 4th, 2001, and it's one of the most popular rides at the Tokyo Disney Resort. After you board the Terravator and take it down into the base station, steam-powered mine vehicles are ready to take you on an immersive, thrilling journey. The ride begins as a leisure Disney dark ride with intricate, detailed sets. From a crystal cavern to a luscious mushroom forest, all the visuals are stunning, and you have plenty of time to take in all the detail. The true thrill begins when the volcano erupts and you're faced with this impressive lava monster animatronic. Then you're shot back up to the surface to escape while reaching a top speed of 47 miles or 75 kilometers per hour. Journey to the Center of the Earth uses the same slot car style ride system as Test Track, And although the high-speed portion of your journey is on the shorter side, it's the perfect climax to this adventure. Journey to the Center of the Earth has a ride time of about 3 minutes and 10 seconds, and it's truly a Disney Imagineering marvel. Number 7. Toy Story-themed lands can be found in 4 of the Disney theme parks around the world. In 2010, RC Racer was one of the Toy Story rides that first opened in Toy Story Playland at the Walt Disney Studios Park in Paris. Later in 2011, the ride opened in Hong Kong Disneyland, then at Shanghai Disneyland in 2018, where the ride is known as Rex's Racer. Even though this is more or less an off-the-shelf half-pipe shuttle coaster manufactured by Intamin, Imagineering added the Disney difference with theming. Once you're secured in this oversized RC car, the vehicle starts accelerating forwards and backwards, making its way further and further up the 91-foot half-pipe, reaching a top speed of 47 miles or 75 kilometers an hour. The coaster is on the shorter side with a ride time of just under a minute, but it's still enough time to feel that free fall sensation, especially when you're sitting in the back row. RC Racer is one of those rides that may not look too exciting on video, but in person, it's much more thrilling. Number 6. Heading over to Disney's Animal Kingdom in Walt Disney World, the park is home to Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain. The ride opened on April 7, 2006, and it currently holds the record for being the most expensive roller coaster in the world. This is one of the most immersive coasters, with the track cleverly designed right into the architecture of the mountain. Expedition Everest takes place both inside and out, but the experience begins in the queue, which sets up the story of the legend of the Yeti. Once on board your train, you make your way into the Himalayas, arriving at the base of Mount Everest. This coaster has everything from twists and turns through caverns, and a set of broken rail tracks that halt the ride. You'll plunge backwards through the mountain into a helix, giving you the sensation that you're going upside down. As you're trying to escape the Yeti, the train dives down the largest drop and reaches a top speed of 50 miles or 80 kilometers per hour. With a ride time of just under 3 minutes, this is one coaster that will definitely leave you wanting more. More Disco Yeti, that is. Number 5. Crossing the coast and heading into Pixar Pier at Disney California Adventure, the Incredicoaster is the fastest ride at the Disneyland Resort. The Incredicoaster originally opened as California Screamin' on February 8, 2001, where it was an opening day attraction at the park. This high-speed coaster takes you from 0 to 55 miles or 89 kilometers per hour in a matter of 4.5 seconds. You're immediately launched up into the first scream tube and begin to cover the 6,072 feet of coaster track. It actually holds the record for being the 3rd longest steel coaster in America, and it's the only roller coaster that goes upside down at Disneyland. Now, the Incredicoaster is one Disney coaster that actually gives you a good dose of airtime. During the 2-minute ride, you'll head up and down multiple hills, around many turns, and through a few enclosed scream tubes. Inside, you'll see some characters from The Incredibles and maybe even smell some cookies. It smells really good. The onboard audio soundtrack is the icing on the cake that truly makes this high-speed experience just that much more thrilling. The Incredicoaster is sure to get your adrenaline pumping in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... Number 4. Over at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Walt Disney World, Sunset Boulevard is home to Rockin' Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. The ride opened on July 28, 1999, and is another fully enclosed steel coaster. The experience begins with you winning some backstage passes.
Wait a minute, I love that idea. How about some backstage passes?
Then you need to make your way to the concert.
Okay, folks, look, the show is all the way across town, but I got you a really fast car.
The anticipation builds on this Vekoma launch coaster as Steven Tyler counts down the launch.
3, 2, 1.
Before you know it, you're going from 0 to 57 miles or 92 kilometers per hour in a quick 2.8 seconds. As you're speeding past neon street signs, most of Rock and Roller Coaster takes place in complete darkness, which definitely adds to the thrill. While you're rocking to the beat of the Aerosmith soundtrack, the ride has 3 inversions, 2 rollover loops that happen just after the launch, and 1 corkscrew near the end. It's the only coaster at Walt Disney World that actually goes upside down. Although the ride only lasts 1 minute and 22 seconds, short ride times are very typical with most traditional launch coasters. Over at the Walt Disney Studios Park in Paris, there was a clone of Rock and Roller Coaster, but that closed in September of 2019. It's being rethemed as Stark's Test IA coaster and will be part of Avengers Campus, which is supposed to be complete in 2021. Number 3. Shanghai Disneyland is the newest Disney theme park, and it's where you can find Tron Lightcycle Power Run. Adding to the other Vekoma launch coasters on the list, Tron was built as Shanghai's Space Mountain, and it opened with the park on April 16, 2016. What makes this launch coaster unique is the motorbike design of the trains. Once you're secured, get ready for a trip through one of the most aesthetically pleasing rides. You're launched from 0 to 59 miles or 95 kilometers per hour, and then find yourself soaring along the canopy outside before heading back indoors. If you're lucky enough to ride at night, the lighting package extends onto the canopy with these stunning, pulsing neon colors. Then once indoors, the neon theme continues to tell this futuristic journey through the grid. With a ride time of about 1 minute and 30 seconds, this ride is another one on the shorter side, but it's still packed with thrill. Tron might be the 3rd fastest Disney ride, but it's actually the fastest Disney roller coaster. Over at Magic Kingdom, they're currently working on a clone of Tron, and it's expected to open sometime in 2021. Number 2. Get your swimsuits ready, because for this next one, we're gonna get soaked on Summit Plummet at Blizzard Beach in Walt Disney World. Standing 120 feet tall, you can't help but notice the massive ski jump, which just happens to be the flagship attraction. Summit Plummet opened in April of 1995, and it's one of the tallest and fastest free-fall water slides in the world. Once you're at the top, be prepared to plunge down 12 stories as you reach a top speed of 60 miles or 97 kilometers per hour. For a water slide, it's pretty intense, and because it's just your body against the slide, you really feel this one in your gut. Within about 5 seconds, you'll find yourself going from top to bottom, making that white water splash. Looking at it can be a bit intimidating at first, but once you take the leap, it's an extremely thrilling and fun experience. Number 1. Finishing the list off at Epcot and Walt Disney World, Future World's Test Track is the fastest Disney ride in the world. Officially opening in March of 1999, it was the first ride that featured the slot car style ride system. On Test Track, you design your own Chevrolet vehicle, then get a chance to test the design through the ride's indoor and outdoor performance courses. Your journey starts off slow, but as you get going, you'll experience some pretty quick accelerations and stops through the indoor futuristic show scenes. They aren't too thrilling, but there's a lot of cool visuals, similar to Tron but not Tron, but they do prepare you for the most thrilling part of the ride. Once your car exits the shill building and heads outside, prepare to race around multiple bank turns, reaching a top speed of 65 miles or 104 kilometers per hour. You definitely feel the wind in your hair and the adrenaline is pumping. With a ride time of about 5 minutes, Test Track has a little something for everyone, especially the thrill seeker. So, how many of these rides have you been on? Is there a Disney ride you haven't been on yet that you're dying to experience? I'd love to know. Leave a comment down below to start a conversation, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video.